Yo, everyone always does that same shit, diving onto the flag. But what's up, guys? It's Tom, and I'm bringing you guys a 78 and 8 on the map Raid, the YouTube map. And this actually, in a lot of ways, could have been a 100 plus, and I am using the PDW. And I have on the best score streak combination in the game if you're gonna go for 100 plus or a really high scoring gameplay, in my opinion, which would be the Orbital Vsat, the Dogs, and the Swarm. Excuse me, sorry about that. Get drop shotted, son. And I don't know about what happened after the patch, but it seems like drop shotting, and as I go on a little rampage right here, and I have no idea how that freaking bus doesn't blow me up, but it feels like drop shotting after the patch, you actually drop a little bit quicker. I don't know, maybe I'm just imagining it, but it kind of does feel like that, because I remember when this game first came out, I even heard Wings of Redemption say it, that they took away stuff that skilled players do, like you can't really drop shot as quick anymore. It's not really even helpful because you don't drop quickly. But I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like I'm dropping a little bit quicker now, and yeah, so it kind of feels more helpful now, but it's definitely still not at the same level it was at Modern Warfare 3, because drop shotting in Modern Warfare 3 just owned, in my opinion. I did it all the time. It saved you so many deaths, but in this gameplay, I'm doing something that a lot of commentators would not do. I'm actually showing you guys the first half of the gameplay where I don't really do good, and a lot of commentators, if they don't do good in the first half, you know, they like to shorten the gameplay. A lot of people like shorter videos on YouTube, especially in the COD community. I'm showing you guys all my mistakes, and I'm about to make a big mistake right here. I kill this guy, yeah, but then you saw they're all spawning in the back of the C flag. I take my eye off that left side for too long. The guy runs through the middle and kills me. Yeah, you really can't do that. I don't know if they had a UAV up. I don't know if it would have been more helpful to run Ghost in this gameplay, but that's the only thing. So I made a mistake right there. And in this game, you kind of just have to analyze your mistakes. And I definitely made a mistake right there. But in this gameplay, I'm running hardline with, I'm actually running the wild card where I run two third tier perks. I'm running dexterity and extreme conditioning, and my second perk, I believe, I can't really think of the name right now, but I believe it was, well, anyway, that's not important, but anyway, I'm using the PDW, and this is after the patch. And the PDW actually does seem to still be the best gun in the game to me, even after the patch. If anything, maybe they added a tad bit of recoil to it, and these cars in here are really cool. I don't know, they're just sexy in my opinion. But I make a lot of mistakes in this gameplay. It's a really sloppy game. As you see, I died again right there. What I did right there is I just ran blindly into that room, and I let the guy, I was going after the one guy, but I do this thing where I get too caught up on the guy I'm shooting at that I don't pay attention to anything in the front of me, and I really should have caught on to that guy standing in front of me and killed him. And I should have went after him first, because obviously he is looking at me, and I should have actually made sure that the room was clear, because the other guy wasn't even looking at me. So I made a lot of mistakes in this first quarter, or no, first half. What the hell am I talking about? And I just kind of wanted to show you, and actually an advantage to being a YouTube commentator and watching over this gameplay right now. And that was kind of a good move right there. You don't want to go 5-on-1, or how many people there were. They were all charging up. I get 2 kills to end the round right there, which was really nice. But yeah, overall I really didn't do good in this first half, or first half. What am I saying? And I would have had another kill right there, and it would have been another one for my Orbital Vsat building up in the second round. But it's kind of unfortunate. But the round ended right before I could kill him. But that's alright. And yeah, there were a lot of mistakes. It was a very sloppy game. But like I said, looking back at this game and looking at all my mistakes, I could correct them. And look at this only use me blade guy running around with a combat axe trying to knife people. But if I could correct them and have a better first half, even I made a lot of mistakes in the second half as well. If I could do better, this easily could have been a 100 plus. Now I know for sure I could get a 100 plus. I just got to correct my mistakes, you know, running in blindly. But I do really think my class setup was great in this game. Maybe you want to swap out hardline for Ghost, you know, that's on you. But I feel that hardline's really good in this game. You know, 20% is a lot, especially for the higher kill streaks like Swarm, Orbital Vsat, and Dogs. And a lot of people say you want to call on the Orbital Vsat and Dogs at different, like you want to wait for one to be over so they don't compete for kills. I completely disagree with that statement. I think that you should call them both in at the same time all the time, and you'll see why in this gameplay. They go off together, they go ham, and when I call in one and not the other, like if I just call in the dogs by themselves, it makes the enemy team a lot easier for, you know, them to take out the dogs, and the dogs won't get as many kills. I mean, maybe they'll get like 5 kills or something like that, but if you call them in both at the same time, the dogs kill, they can't hide, because, and I grabbed my Vsat right there, and I was getting in a sticky situation. I was like, help, help. I saw all these guys in there. I get my swarm, thankfully, and then this guy comes in there with a freaking Wally, as Wings of Redemption will call it, and he kind of saves my ass, because I was getting a little bit surrounded, had to reload. It was kind of getting crowded in there, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I get my swarm, and as you'll see, look at the kill feed. It's like nothing but me for the whole time that the swarm and the dogs are in the air, well, like on the ground, or yeah, the dogs on the ground, the swarm in the air, and the kill feed is pretty much all me. And they did exceptionally well this game. They won't always do this well, but then again, like I said, Raid's a great map for the dogs, and obviously the Orbital Vsat. The Orbital Vsat's good on every map, but you know, especially when you have them in that spawn, that's kind of like the more open spawn, because on the other spawn they could hide in the garage. There they really had nowhere to hide, so it kind of just went off on them in their spawn. Killed all of them, got so many kills, don't even know how many. But yeah, it went off, and like I said, I just gotta correct my mistakes, and this definitely could have been a 100 plus. I actually fell off because my dogs and my swarm go so ham that it actually gets me a second Orbital Vsat, and I fell off my second swarm, but I don't really think that was a mistake. It was more kind of like, I think it was a lag comp, to be honest, but you know, it was a 1v1 gunfight. I ran out, he ran out, and it really wasn't more of a mistake. It was just kind of like a fair death. But if I could have got more lucky there, I would have had another swarm, and after all my mistakes and my bad first half, right there is what I'm talking about. 1v1 gunfight, somehow he beats me, but you know, it's alright. If I could have had my second swarm, it could have been possible. It probably would have been a 90 kill game, and here was another mistake. I run into like 3-4 guys, how many ever is over there, throw a desperation C4, it doesn't do anything, and I really do recommend running the C4 as well. The C4 does work. It always is getting you out of those sticky situations as well. It seems to always bail me out a lot, and it's actually a really good tool to getting people out of camping spots, so I definitely recommend the C4. Run the C4, and the flash grenade I actually liked, because, you know, you don't need to really have 2 of them necessarily, because if you're running scavenger will replenish them for you, and overall, it was an alright gameplay. But here, I'm gonna fail jumping out the window and then die from behind when I knew the guy was coming, and that was another fail, another mistake. But these guys that are getting 100 pluses, they have a lot more experience on the game and a lot more time played on the game. Me, I'm still learning the game because I haven't played much of it yet. I don't even know if I have a day yet. Maybe I have a day, but I'm just learning it still, and I can guarantee you guys I'm going to be bringing you guys some 100 pluses. The only thing that's going to hold me back now is the skill-based matchmaking, but if I could continue to get into lobbies like this, I'm definitely going to be bringing you guys a 100 plus, and hopefully Nevo will upload this video. I would really appreciate that. So yeah, that's basically it. The PDW is still, in my opinion, the best gun in the game, even after the patch of the submachine guns, whatever. Just for the fact that I think all the submachine guns are basically equal, and then adding that the huge clip just does it for me, because you don't need to wear extended mags. It's as simple as that. But if you enjoy the video, guys, please leave it a thumbs up. My name is Tom.